explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions.
Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Netai. Today's theme is farm. Let's sanitize our hands. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Remember to maintain your social distance at all times. And today's lesson is letter J and coloring. Let's turn to page 15 of our booklet. The instruction on page 15 says, circle the correct number, color the insects. But before we do that, let's go to the board and learn how to count up to number 7 once more. Let's count the numbers as I point to the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how we count up to number 7. Let's get back to our booklet once more. Now we need to count the number of insects. The first insects that we see in the first row are bees. Let's count and find out how many bees can we see in row number 1. Let's count as you point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, there are 7 bees in that first row. Now you need to color the bees any color you want. And I would like to demonstrate for you on the board what you are supposed to do when you have to circle the correct number of the bees. Let's get back to the board and look at the numbers on the board. We all agreed that there are 7 bees. Now we need to check and look carefully. Which number is 7? Is this 7? No, this is number 1. Is this 7? No, that is number 2. Let's look at the next one. The next number is 3. We are looking for number 7. Let's look. The next number says 4. And the next number after 4 is 5. The following number after 5 is 6. Now, where is number 7? Number 7 is right at the end. Now, you need to circle number 7 because we have 7 bees in the first row. Let's get back to our booklet once more. Let's look at the next row. In the next row, there are fleas. There are how many fleas that you can see in second row? Let's count and see how many there are. 1, 2, 3. Now color in those fleas and look for the correct number in the row next to it. Numbers are lined up nicely next to the fleas. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Choose the correct number which corresponds with the number of fleas you can see in the picture. Let's move on to the next row. What can you see in row number 3? I can see ladybirds. Can you count and see how many ladybirds are in the picture? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, there are 5 ladybirds. Now, let's look at the number in the row. Count and identify which is the correct number which corresponds with the number of ladybirds and circle like I've done before. Let's look in the next picture. The next picture we have butterflies. Count the number of butterflies and look for the correct number in the numbers provided on the right-hand side. Count together with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now look for the correct number in the row and circle the right number. Remember to color the butterflies. The last pictures at the bottom of page 15 are ants. I can see there are ants. Count those number of ants and find the correct number and circle the correct number. Remember, all the pictures on this page must be colored in. Now let's turn over to the next page. On page 16, it is a nice, easy activity that all of us can do. There is a picture of a horse. Now you need to color in the horse. You can use any color of your choice. Once you have finished, we can turn over to page 17. On page 17, the instruction says, I will read, color the horse brown. There is a specific color that you are supposed to use. Now let's look closely at the picture on page 17. On page 17, I am able to see 2 different kinds of animals. Which 2 animals can you see? Right, there is a horse and there is a cat. Now you need to color in the horse. You need to use color brown. Let's color in the horse using color brown. You may leave out the cat because we have not been instructed to color the cat. Once you are done, I would like to say, well done. Let's turn to page 18 of our booklet. On page 18, we can see letter J. Letter J for jacket. And the instruction says, write the J in the blocks. We have the blocks right at the bottom of letter J. Now, I would like to show you how we are supposed to form letter J. Let's move over to the board as I explain to you. When we write letter J for jacket or for jet, for juice, jug, jar, jug, I have already mentioned juice, for jam. How do we form the letter J? I will show you. Look at the board as I am going to demonstrate. We start from the top, we go down letter J's body and bend his knees backwards and put a dot for his head. That is how we write letter J. I will go over with you once more. Letter J. We start from the top, we go down letter J's body, bend his knees backwards, and put a dot for his head. That is how we write letter J. So if we go back to our booklet on page 18, it says, write letter J. Now, do we know what is the sound for letter J? Letter J says J, J, J. As in jug, jam, juice, jacket, jar. So that is the sound for letter J. Once more, remember how we form letter J. We start from the top, go down his body, bend his knees backwards, and put a dot for his head. Now let's write letter J, starting from the dot. The arrow shows us exactly what we are supposed to do. We start from where the dot is. We go down all the way as the arrow shows us in our booklet. Can you trace over that letter J? Remember to bend his knees backwards and put a dot for his head. I would like you to complete all the letters in the blocks on page 18, just below the letter J, 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 J for jacket. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Now let's sanitize our hands. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Remember, boys and girls, to maintain a social distance at all times. Now it is time for me to invite Zoe. It is time for us to say goodbye, Zoe.
It's Shoprite's big low price birthday. We're celebrating with big deals and even bigger savings. Like a bottle of Stay Soft fabric softener, only $32.99. And a tin of Ricoffee, just $78.99. Don't miss out on our big low price birthday. Only at Shoprite.
Black sunrise, always gonna be a surprise, 'cause we don't know the way it's going to go, 'cause we can see the way it's going to be, 'cause we can see.
Ay, ay, ay.
저기 맞고. Babaji, tell us about the day you found out you had COVID.
The day I found out I have COVID, it was a difficult day. I didn't understand how I got COVID because I was always covered, I was always with my hand sanitizer. It came with my wife. And that whole day, I was thinking, what's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna survive. My kids, I was losing my tasting, smelling. There were some days I will test my taste buds and put like 4 or 5 chilies in my coffee. No ways. I didn't taste it.
So did you also lose your appetite in the process?
It was very funny. In the first week, no, I was chowing. Like I will wake up like midnight and make for me something. But after the first week, then the appetite was gone. when you go to bed, your body is also automatically switching off. And that's a dangerous time for COVID. It's like glass pinching you, cutting you inside your lungs. Then the heart was pumping like rubber pumps. You are losing a lot of fluids at night.
Is that through fever or what?
Yeah, it's through fever.
So have you experienced any side effects from having contracted COVID-19?
No, not yet. Maybe still coming, but not yet.
And your wife?
She was complaining about light head. It's an annoying headache. It's light, but it's annoying.
So basically you didn't take any prescribed medicine from the doctor to recover from COVID?
No, I didn't. The only thing I was using is aspirin for my blood not to clot. Because for some people, when your lungs are really, really infected, your blood will start to clot from the lungs, close all the airways. That's where we are passing. I'm smoking cigarette, and when you were a smoker and COVID in your lungs now.
So then after you found out, you both found out you had COVID, what did you guys do to protect the kids?
The kids move out from the house. The booties will come, then we'll collect everything for them and just put for them outside. When they came, just grab the food and go.
So what was the biggest battle for you? Was it mental or physical?
Mentally. Mentally was the biggest battle. I'm actually an international movie maker, and my career was cut off. I couldn't put bread on the table. There were some days we have one meal for the day, then went to bed. And that was hitting me in my mind. What if Blessing gets corona now? Where am I gonna go? Who's gonna help? There were also some people depend on us in the rural areas. We couldn't help them. My future was black, dark, dark, dark. I couldn't even see that small light at the end of the tunnel. One day, my daughter decided, now I want to see my father today. And I just told her, yeah, she can come. The first words was, Daddy, I was praying for you yesterday night. Don't worry, Corona will go back soon. And I was asking, from where? From Namibia? She said, no, not from Namibia, from you. And you are not looking good. And she was actually heartbroken. Until today, she hates Corona. From there, then I was like, oh, okay. If the smallest one is saying this, why I'm not picking me up self and do the right thing and get rid of this thing? That's where I started to run, to practice, coming to my quiet place. And actually, the main thing that broke my heart during that time was there was no one. The time of COVID, there was no one.
So can you tell us where we are right now?
We are at my silent place. I call this place my silent place. I will come here when the COVID is hitting me like 120%. Looking at the ocean, then you will hear voices like, no, you don't belong here. Today, you don't belong here. Get up and go home. Some days, they will nurse you like, no, you will survive. Your future is a bright future. You must not give up now. Think about your kids. Think about the people around you. Even the wind will do that. Actually, you must meditate. The thing of COVID is, looks like COVID is afraid of the warmness and is friends with the coldness. So the whole time you are baking in the sun, it helps a lot.
So is that what you did?
Yeah, I did. I will do that twice a day. This was supposed to be a golden year for me, a very, very good golden year for me. But then COVID decided, now, this is not going to be your golden year. Everything was cancelled. We, the filmmakers, this year, from the international shoots, lost lot of money.
You've lost 3 family members? Is it all due to COVID?
No, not all due to COVID. First one, my sister, she was very close to me. She contracted COVID April, and she was in ICU for 3 months. The COVID damaged her lungs, and at the stage her lungs collapsed and she couldn't breathe without the machines. Her kidneys failed, her liver has failed. COVID is real. First of all, COVID is real. It's not a joke. Most of the people, they fall away from COVID regulations. Still early to fall away from COVID regulations. We must still go in line with those COVID regulations.
And how long did you say it took you to recover?
3 weeks, 21 days.
What must somebody do to change your mind from that negative perspective to that positive?
COVID, no job, it's very dangerous. There was one day I just decided I'm gonna take a rope, go to the jetty, sit around there, and after all I will hang there by the jetty. The time I arrived here there was no wind, out of nowhere. The ocean was like angry, and it started to get cold. And I was like, but it was just nice weather. Then I sat down. Then the universe will talk with you, the wind, the sun, the ocean. That's the main thing of COVID. If you don't save yourself, no one will save you. And we must always appreciate what we have around us. That's the main thing in COVID. If you don't appreciate what you have around you, no, you will lose your head.
Smile, smile, smile. When you walk with me, I just want you to smile, smile.
My industry and what I've done with my hands in Namibia, it's going all over the world, and here you are, Babaji, you want to quit? Now, I'm excited for 2021. It's not gonna be the same like 2020 now. I'm making back in the groove.
Give me food, clothes, water, and shelter. Nothing else, no matter. You're my moonlight in my oven. Let all my sins be forgiven. Happiness rain on me. Never let the children cry. Namibia, smile.